On the one hand, Cleopatra is an intelligent and talented queen who successfully ruled the Egyptian state in an age where women were not included in state affairs. On the other hand, a woman who was able to play the Roman commanders Julius Caesar and Mark Antony in her palm and had children with them. Cleopatra, the last Hellenistic queen of ancient Egypt, is known for her marriages and stance that influenced the world in her 39 years of life. Here is the life of Cleopatra VII, the lover of Julius Caesar and the wife of Mark Antony. Her original title was VII. Although she is Cleopatra, she is known as Cleopatra for short, because those who came before her are forgotten. She was born in Alexandria. Cleopatra, who was originally Greek, married her brother on her father's will. The Greeks, who were dominant in Egypt at that time, were marrying their own descendants in order not to interfere with Egyptian society. These consanguineous marriages also led to the birth of disabled people. After her father's death, she ascended the throne with her brother Ptolemy XIII. Cleopatra, who was 18 when her father died, became the dominant figure in the administration compared to her 8-year-old younger brother. She gave herself to the religion of ancient Egypt so that she could enter the people and embrace her. Later, she was removed from power by her brother and sent into exile in Syria. She gathered an army here and prepared to fight with her brother in the city of Pelusium, located on the eastern border of Egypt. However, with the arrival of the Roman dictator Caesar, a temporary peace emerged. Cleopatra thought that Roman support was needed to regain power. She believed that with the support of Rome, Egypt could retake Palestine and Syria that it once had. Soon she became close to the Roman dictator Caesar. Cleopatra returned to power with the great Roman dictator Caesar at her side. It is rumored that Cleopatra secretly entered Caesar's palace in a carpet and made this great king fall in love with her. Cleopatra, who spent the winter in Alexandria under siege by her brother's armies with Caesar, regained the sovereignty of Egypt with the arrival of Roman support in the spring. After this event, her brother drowned in the waters of the Nile for a reason no one knew. With her brother's retirement, Cleopatra sat in the seat of power alone. At that time she had a child with Caesar. When Caesar returned to Rome, he brought Cleopatra and her son with him. A 4-day triumphal procession was held in Rome. Caesar settled Cleopatra in his villa by the Tiber River. A golden statue was erected in the Temple of Venus. Although it is said that Caesar officially declared Caesarion as his own child, it is stated in some sources that there is no certainty that this child is from Caesar. Cleopatra's biggest dream was to unite the two empires and have the whole world known as Alexander the Great's dream. When Caesar died in 44 BC, he had to put off these dreams. After Caesar's assassination and death in the Senate, Cleopatra's life in Rome came to an end, and she came back to Alexandria with her son. When Caesar died, Rome was in turmoil. After his death, the Roman Empire was divided between Octavian, Caesar's nephew, and Mark Antony. The East was now ruled by Marcus, and his first job was to visit Egypt. Marcus came to Tarsus and made an alliance with the Egyptian queen Cleopatra VII. The queen's purpose was to reclaim the lands she had lost. Antony's was to both maintain his power in the east and to take advantage of Egypt's rich resources for military expenditures against the Parthians, that is, the Iranian lands. For this purpose, Antony invited Cleopatra to Tarsus. She ignited the spark of a colorful, romantic and passionate relationship that would last 7 years with the Queen Antonius, who came to the port of Tarsus with her magnificent ship. The name of the gate where Cleopatra entered Tarsus was changed to Cleopatra Gate. Both had political goals, which strengthened their relationship. Antony was actually married. Leaving his wife Fulvia behind, he went to live with Cleopatra in Alexandria. Antony fell madly in love with Cleopatra. Cleopatra also had 2 daughters with Antony. The historian Plinius writes that Cleopatra offered wine to Antony with a flower she took from her crown. He says, just as the Roman ruler brought the glass to his lips, the queen stopped him and said, "I could have killed you," because she had poisoned the leaves of the flower. In 40 BC, Antony returned to Rome and learned that his wife had died. Upon returning to Egypt, he married Cleopatra, but this marriage was not legitimate according to Roman law. Around this time, Caesar's nephew and other protagonist of the novel, Octavius, took the Senate to his side. The Senate declared war on Cleopatra. Antony's consul formally abolished his powers. Mark Antony, who fought the Battle of Actium with Octavius, suffered a great defeat. In the battle at Actium, Cleopatra and Marcus had to flee. Octavius followed them and came to Alexandria. Cleopatra was taken to the mausoleum she had built for herself and wanted the news of her death to be announced. When Antonius heard this news, he stabbed his sword in his chest and asked the queen to be carried to the mausoleum to die next to him. However, Cleopatra is alive and Antony dies there, next to her, suggesting that she make peace with Octavian before she dies. When Cleopatra realizes that Octavian's intention was to expose herself and her children on the streets of Alexandria, this time she actually commits suicide. It is rumored that Cleopatra committed suicide by getting herself stuck in a cobra. But recently it has been discovered that she died by drinking poison. This easy-to-make poison killed in a matter of hours without pain. She was only 39 when she died. Before Cleopatra died, she left a letter to Octavian. In his letter, she states that he wants to be buried with Antony. Octavian grants this wish and they are buried together. Octavian spares the lives of Antony and Cleopatra's children, but he had Caesar's son, Caesarion, brought to Alexandria and killed. Octavian is the person who started the imperial age of Rome. As Cleopatra and Egypt are ending, this is how the Roman Empire was born.